Hey, what's happening, bro? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Just putting this tag in. All right, we go live. All right, how you doing?
Hey, man, good afternoon. I'm doing good. How are you?
All right, all right, all right. We live and let's get it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to I am your host, Tyrone Bridges. Let's get it.
Test 1 2. Welcome everybody. Live. Welcome everybody. My name is Tyrone Bridges, and this is I Thought You Knew. And I have a very, very special guest. One of my friends that was introduced to me by Attorney Bill Amadeo, and he linked us together. And now I got this brother on I Thought You Knew with a quick interview. Meet Attorney Trovious Starr. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Trovious Starr.
Trovious Starr. I'm sorry. I butchered your name up. I'm sorry.
I'm used to it.
It's okay, brother.
Yeah.
Trying to get this feed up together and do 2 feeds, one on my main monitor and one on my interview monitor. All right. Trovious Starr, y'all. All right. Welcome to our show. Just wanted to get you on the show because I seen you on the feeds, on the live feeds, on the court feeds, and I seen a brother, a black man, in our courtrooms in Washington County. I said, fantastic. Not that we didn't see any other ones, but a young brother, mirroring my age or so, young, salt and pepper, just like me. Most of these young brothers that's running around here in Washington County can relate to someone of their peer. So without further ado, brother, could you please tell the viewers about you and let them know what you practice and where you're practicing at.
So my name is Trovious Starr. I'm an attorney here in Michigan, primarily practicing in the regions of Washtenaw, Oakland, Monroe, and Wayne counties, primarily doing criminal defense, but also to personal injury and contract issues, contractual issues. Been practicing now for let me do the math. For 7 years now. Yeah, for 7 years. Went to law school here in Michigan, Thomas M. Cooley Law School. I'm originally from the state of Georgia. Went to an HBCU for undergrad, Benedict College, and came up here for law school and just decided to stick around and check things out. And I've been up here ever since.
All right, brother. Welcome up here in Michigan, and welcome from Georgia down there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so tell the viewers basically how it's being a black lawyer in the state of Michigan, I could say.
Overall, I've had positive experiences, but of course, some issues here and there. But overall, I can say the people in my circle, the people, that I've worked with and worked for, have been good to me. I do notice, once I venture out of Wayne County, I see less and less of us in terms of representation in the courtrooms. in terms of, attorneys, judges, so on and so forth. Oakland County is a little bit better, but when you're in Wayne County, you see all of us there, representing folks. But like I said, venturing out, you see less and less. But overall, my experiences have been well. What I always try to do is just try to treat people right, no matter who they are, no matter who they identify as, their age, whatever. I just try to treat them as I would want to be treated,
Right.
So, but yeah, like I said, some experiences here and there. It's been a couple times where I've been in court, in a suit because I'm an attorney, and a judge mistakenly references me as the defendant.
Wow.
There's been a couple times where one court in particular, where like I said, you venture out, and even some parts of Wayne County, you venture out. There's not too many Black attorneys there on a consistent basis, and the ones that are there, for some strange reason, I don't look nothing like the guy either, but they confuse me with him and would call me his name, and I'm like, what? No, and that's happened at least like 3 times.
Right. Wow.
So it's like, damn, what's going on? I look nothing like this guy. But like I said, overall, my experiences have been well. I have no, I won't say major complaints, but of course that doesn't mean it's not there. Just because it's not necessarily out in front with me doesn't mean it's not out in front with other people.
Right.
Right. But yeah, I like it up here. I like the courts up here. Of course, my favorite is Ann Arbor. The circuit court and the district court. I feel as though the judges there, they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing, both on the 15th District Court, 14B, and also to the Circuit Court.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing.
Yes,
the judges here know they know what they're doing for the most part. So that's why I like practicing here the most.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I just wanted, like I said, I didn't want to get on here and do the Black thing, but as we talk, and then we are 2 Black people. Just in reference to what you said in the courts, I actually got a chance to meet you via Zoom in the courtroom of the Honorable Judge Simpson, Judge Cedric Simpson. That's a fantastic judge, and by him being a Black man as well, we look to you brothers as role models, as role models in positions of authority, man. And I know it's a heavy burden to haul by even having that title, but you guys are very important, whether you know it or not, and it makes us proud. It makes us proud. I don't even know if you probably my age or even a little younger than me, but I'm saying not very many people could represent as professional as you brothers have, man, and to see y'all operate in courtrooms and and do y'all thing and highly speaking plain English and getting to the point and no arguments and nothing like that. It's wonderful, man. It's amazing, and I wanted to just tell you that, man. I just get you on here and let you know that a lot of young brothers in this county, this Washtenaw County, needs to hear from brothers like you, and not to put like I said, put the burden on your shoulders, because they need to know things like what you're doing and what the Judge Simpson doing is possible.
Right.
To be able to see a lawyer, a Black lawyer, just in Washtenaw County is awesome. A male.
Same with the judges too, in terms of female,
Yes,
female,
sir.
Judge Perry, Judge Washington.
Yes, sir.
So those are awesome experiences as well.
Oh yeah.
That Washtenaw County doesn't get to see a lot of,
Oh yeah, definitely.
In its history.
Definitely. And not very many males, not very many males. I definitely, was speaking about the males, but the ladies, they gonna have their time, definitely. But the man the men out here right now, man, we don't have that many representatives out there. We really don't.
Right.
Our politicians, our Black politicians, you know, we don't get a chance to look up to them very often because they fell short.
Right.
But, you know, like I said, it's important for you and also Judge Simpson to be able to talk to the younger youth off the bench and out of the courtroom through platforms like this, and be able to talk to them and tell them, you know, even reach out to them now, give them a word of advice or a word of encouragement. Because I know you've seen a lot of young Black faces, a lot of young brothers going in the penitentiary and getting locked up. The recidivism rate is high amongst us. So, you know, just please, man, I know I talk a lot, but I want you to really plug that, you know, and really talk to these brothers, man, because they need to hear it from somebody that's, you know, in this professional arena that they're going to have to come see one day.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, my advice to the younger generation and you know, especially the younger generation that looks like us, you know, you're going to make mistakes. You know, it's just a question of how big is your mistake, you know, and those are the ones you want to avoid, you know, especially if you are, you know, a minority. You know, it's crazy that you brought that up because I was watching this show yesterday, and it's about people who broke out of like either jail or were like on the run from the police, and they eventually get caught, right?
Right.
And there was this one individual where he was convicted of armed robbery, and the total amount, the dollar amount stolen was less than $200, right?
Wow.
But he was convicted of armed robbery. He had a record. And he was young at the time, and the sentence he got was 25 years, right? 25 years. And one of the cops that helped convict him, you know, said that because you know he talked about how he felt like the length of time was unfair given the facts and circumstances. There was no gun involved. It was just a knife, and allegedly this knife was brandished. That's all, you know. So no one, you know, no gun pointing, nothing like that, and no knife to the throat or nothing like that. But the cop that helped put him away said that somebody didn't teach this young man that, you know, life isn't fair, you know, and that's what I'm saying in terms of the mistakes. You got to be careful of your mistakes because some people may not look at it as a mistake. They may look at it as something else, and because they look at it as something else, they're going to punish you severely, right? Because life isn't fair, because sometimes they make it unfair, right? Not because it's just naturally unfair, right? It's because people make it hard. People make it unfair.
Exactly.
You know, and that's pretty much what the cop was saying.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like when it comes to us, we gotta be careful, you know, with that, because sometimes we don't get those second and third chances, you know.
Right.
So it's like you gotta be mindful of that, you know. The mistakes that you're going to make. We all mess up. No one's perfect, you know.
Right.
But those major mistakes, those huge mistakes, you gotta be able to have the wherewithal to think and be like, wait, let me take myself out of this situation, you know. Let me not do this instead of doing that, you know.
Right.
You had also two circles, you know. Who you hang around is important too.
That's
You know,
right.
I like to use the analogy of a bottle of water, right? If you put a bottle of water in the refrigerator, what's going to happen? The bottle of water is going to get cold, right? If you put a bottle of water in outside when it's hot, what's going to happen to the bottle of water? The bottle of water is going to get hot, right? It's not anything that the water did. It's because of its outside surroundings,
Right.
the people around it, the people, the situation, the environment around the bottle of water directly impacts the temperature of the bottle of water, right? And a lot of times that's how it works with people. You know, the circle you run with, if you're running with, you know, people that don't have goals in mind and not trying to do nothing, you know, getting into some serious trouble, you know, that's gonna play on your mental,
Right.
and you may end up, following into that pattern of behavior, and boom, there goes that major mistake, and boom, there goes a major portion of your life potentially, if not all of it, right? Because
Right.
it's not only, talking about incarceration, you could possibly lose your life, partaking in those huge mistakes, So it's just really just hanging around the right people. You know what I'm saying? It's setting goals for yourself. They don't even have to be lofty goals. I'm gonna be a millionaire, or I'm gonna, work on the S&P 500, a company, be a higher up of the S&P. It can just be simply, what? Let me go to Washington Community College and earn my associate's degree, and then start
Right.
from there and see what happens from there. You know what I'm saying? It could be
Yes,
a lot
sir.
of things. It could be a lot of things that you can set for yourself. Just to start, and then go from there and see what happens.
Yes, sir. And if a young guy or a young gal want to even potentially start practicing law, or even go into the law field, uh, what would you tell them, or what type of advice would you give them?
The advice I will give them is the same advice I got when I was in college and told people, yeah, I'm thinking about going to law school. And it's simply reading. There's a lot of reading involved. And so you got to surround yourself with lots of reading material,
Mhm.
right? Because one thing that you'll have to do in the practice of law, if you want to be a efficient attorney, is critical thinking skills, um, to not only develop an argument, but also to rebut an argument against you, right? And reading is fundamental in all that, because first you have to, understand the basis of the premise, right, of the legal situation, and then from there you have to be able to, like I said, then draft a proper argument to that situation. And reading develops that skill, especially when you're reading. What I like to read is I like to read a lot of news articles. I post a lot of news articles on my Facebook page,
Mhm.
um, because it kind of gives you a pro and a con to a situation.
Right.
you know. For instance, the situation with Ukraine, you can read articles on that and see, okay, what's the pros and cons of that situation? You know, what's the pros and cons with Russia, their side, so on and so forth. And it really helps develop your critical thinking skills in that regard when you read those type of materials. So that's what I did, reading various news articles. And then from there, once you get to law school, you start reading cases and things like that. And that's when you really take it up a notch,
Right.
reading the cases, because that's exactly what, what I've talked about in terms of developing an argument. That's when you're reading cases, that's what exactly that is. It's a judge issuing an opinion, but it's basically the judge's argument. And because it's the judge, he or she has the final say. So their
Right.
argument is therefore, valid. Um, so yeah, so reading, um, and comprehension. Of course, those two go hand in hand. If you can effectively read and properly read, more than likely you should be able to effectively comprehend and properly comprehend. So
Right.
those are two of the main pillars, I believe, when it comes to you know uh, getting into law school, doing well while you're in law school, and then ultimately the main goal, um, being an effective lawyer, who gets results for their clients.
Right. All right. Wonderful. Wonderful. And last but not least, I want to open up the floor to you to give the viewers and the listeners your contact information, from your voice, and let them know how to contact you if they need a good lawyer and attorney, a fantastic attorney. I done heard him do his thing in court, y'all. So y'all definitely want to contact him. And here is information.
Yeah, best way to reach me is by cell. You can contact my cell number, That is 678-491-8820. Once again, 678-491-8820. That's the best way to reach me. I have several meeting locations here in Ann Arbor, in Southfield. Of course, I travel, so if I need to come to you, I can. So yeah, that's the best way to contact me. We can talk and then go from there.
Okay. And one more time, what practice do you do so everybody can hear?
Mainly criminal defense, also to no fault, personal injury, and also to contractual issues.
All right. All right. And if y'all do reach out to him, just give him a shout and tell him you heard his interview with Tyrone Bridges on I Thought You Knew, and just let him know, hey, you need him. And just a fantastic lawyer, y'all. I want one more time give him praises and give him high honors, because once again, I'm talking about man to man, black man to black man. I don't get a chance to interview brothers that's in high positions. And I forgot one other thing. Somebody asked me, they said, you got to do some type of lightning round with him because he's into music. Bruh, hip hop. I can't leave that off the table. I know we had some Facebook back and forth on hip hop artists. So what is your 3 to 5 top hip hop artists of all times that you feel? And I'm sorry to put you on the spot, but the hip hop artist is important. You know, we can't exclude that. And I think you muted yourself.
Yeah, one.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, hold on one quick second.
Okay. Y'all giving it time, y'all. We here with Trovious Starr, attorney, a black attorney here, practicing in Michigan, Washtenaw County, all throughout the state of Michigan. And we got him back right quick.
So my favorite artist of rap artists, hip hop artists of all time,
okay,
would be Tupac. I feel like with Tupac, like the range of his music, like I always say, like whatever feeling you have for that day or for that moment, Tupac has a song for it.
Yeah, he does.
You know, and not every hip hop artist can say that.
Seriously.
And then on top of that, that song is usually like a very good song.
Right.
You know, so Tupac is number one. Number two, I would then say Jay-Z. Jay-Z, I mean, what Jay-Z has done is very talking about inspiration.
Yes,
inspiration. The transformation that happened to him, from street dealer to businessman, I forgot the name of the song. It was a song with it was like an older song too. It was with him, Memphis Bleak, not Freeway, but what's the other guy? Benny Single, and I forgot her name. It was remember back when Rockefeller was first going on, they had that female rapper on there, A Marie, something like that.
A Marie,
yeah. It was a song with there, and basically Jay-Z, like on his line, was basically saying, like, listen, in this song on his line, he was like, listen, like, you guys are like sleeping on rappers, but I'm about to show you guys like how we can just dominate the game, just dominate all avenues, from not only the music side of it, but to fashion,
right.
To sports, to so on and so forth. And that's basically what he's done, throughout his career, with music, with Rockefeller, and then after that, and then this clothing line that he had, which was very popular, when we were younger.
Yeah.
And then he has he has a sports agency, a firm. He has that. He has various partnerships. Like he has a
Mhm.
partnership with the NFL. So Jay-Z, in terms of what he's done, it's just been phenomenal because he really changed the game. Where he really took what people such as like MC Hammer and others, when they laid that foundation, he really took that foundation and built a house on it, a
Yes, he
very large
did.
house.
Yes,
You
he
know.
did.
And then third, if I had to say third, I like Kendrick Lamar a lot too.
Yes.
I like Kendrick Lamar a lot too. So those would be my top three.
All right, bro.
And
Thank you. Thank you, man.
I had to give a fourth.
Yeah.
I would say, and it maybe get a lot of pushback on this. I would say Drake.
Drake is a big influence.
Yeah, Drake is, he, in terms of influence, like commercial appeal, no one tops him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No one tops Drake when it comes to commercial appeal. No one, right?
Right.
And he does his thing very well. You know,
Yes,
he
he
does his
does.
thing very well. You know, so I like Drake a lot too.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. Thank you once again, Trovious Starr. I really appreciate it. Thank you for coming on and working with me with the pronunciation of your name in the beginning. Forgive me once again, and hopefully don't nobody forget that if you need an attorney, a brother, a Black attorney in this area, here we go. Trovious Starr, Attorney Trovious Starr. Thank you for coming on the show, and I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the courtroom some more, man.
All right, thanks, man. Thanks for having me.
All right. Peace.
All right, take care, brother.